It may come as a surprise, but by the time a person reaches 80, they can lose nearly half of their overall strength. This decline is part of a condition known as dynopenia, an issue affecting tens of millions of older adults worldwide. It slowly chips away at their mobility and freedom. Each year, thousands of seniors are admitted to hospitals because of falls, linked directly to muscle weakness and instability. What's truly astonishing is that new research from the European Journal of Aging reveals that severe strength loss doesn't have to be inevitable. While some individuals in their 70s struggle with balance or lifting everyday items, there's a growing group of older adults who continue to move, function, and thrive like those decades younger. They hike, garden, dance, and remain fully independent into their late 80s and beyond. How do they do it? Experts from Stanford have uncovered simple, yet powerful, daily actions that not only slow down muscle and strength loss, but in many cases actually help rebuild it. Shockingly, nearly 9 out of 10 seniors have never been told about these practices, even though some of them are backed by decades of clinical research. Before we jump and hit that like button, and subscribe for weekly tips on staying strong and healthy. It's a small gesture, but it helps us keep delivering easy-to-follow health tips. Straight to you now, let's dive right into the first powerful habit 3. Including hormetic stressors. People in their 80s, who seem to defy aging, often follow habits that, while unusual, offer surprising benefits. A common thread among them is the use of hormetic stressors, mild, controlled challenges that help the body grow stronger over time. Hormesis refers to how small doses of stress can actually boost resilience. When applied intentionally, brief discomfort can strengthen muscles and support longevity. Even in later years, institutes like the Buck Institute have found that brief exposure to certain stressors activates protective cellular responses. These reactions help maintain muscle strength, prevent decline, and even promote new growth well into old age. One common practice among super-agers is cold exposure. Finishing a shower with 60 seconds of cold water or dipping into icy water can activate brown fat, enhance mitochondria, and release adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscles from breakdown. On the flip side, regular heat exposure, such as sauna use or hot baths, stimulates heat shock proteins. These proteins are key for cellular repair and muscle protection, helping to preserve muscle fibers with age. Studies from Northern Europe show that people who use saunas 4 to 7 times a week may reduce age-related muscle loss by up to 40% over a decade, compared to non-users. Another powerful method is time-restricted eating, or intermittent fasting. By eating within an 8-10-hour window each day, the body triggers autophagy, a process that clears out damaged proteins and renews muscle tissue. Research from the Salk Institute suggests this can increase mitochondrial efficiency in muscle cells by about 10% in just 3 months. A third tool is brief explosive muscular effort, overcoming isometrics, in which one pushes or pulls against an immovable object for 5 to 10 seconds, activates strong anabolic signals. This preserves muscle mass and strength without harming joints. What unites these practices is their hormetic nature: short, intense stress followed by recovery. When used wisely, they activate key longevity genes like FOXO and SIRT. The secret is to start gently and increase gradually, offering the body just enough challenge to adapt and thrive. 2. Timing protein intake. Many older adults make a conscious effort to increase their protein intake, yet recent findings suggest that when you consume protein might be just as important as how much you consume. As we age, the body becomes less effective at processing and utilizing protein, a natural process known as anabolic resistance. Emerging research, including data from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, emphasizes the importance of spreading protein intake evenly across the day, rather than loading it into a single large meal, a common habit among seniors. Here's why this matters. After every meal, the body enters a window of opportunity where muscle protein synthesis your body's way of repairing and building muscle, is most active. This window typically lasts 3 to 4 hours. If most of your protein is consumed at dinner, you're missing multiple chances throughout the day to stimulate muscle growth. A more effective approach is to aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein with every meal, spaced out from morning to night. For breakfast, think protein-packed options like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese eggs, or a quality protein shake, instead of the usual carb-heavy choices like cereal or toast. Continue this balanced strategy into lunch and dinner with lean poultry, fish, legumes, tofu, or dairy, depending on your dietary preference. Adopting this timing focused method can boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%, compared to eating the same amount of protein in 1 or 2 meals. In a 12-week trial conducted by researchers at the University of Texas, older adults who spread their protein intake evenly gained over a pound of muscle without changing anything else in their routine. The key takeaway: the timing of your protein consumption is just as critical as the quantity. It can be the difference between maintaining strong, functional muscles or facing gradual muscle decline over time. 1. Raising vitamin D levels. Surprisingly, over 80% of older adults are running low on what many scientists now call the muscle nutrient. While often associated with bone strength, vitamin D's influence stretches far deeper, directly affecting your body's ability to maintain muscle mass and function. Recent studies, including one from Harvard, have shown that vitamin D doesn't just assist, it activates genes essential for building and repairing muscle fibers. Your muscle cells are equipped with specialized vitamin D receptors. When vitamin D binds to these receptors, it triggers a cascade of biological signals that enhance muscle growth and endurance. A compelling report in JAMA Internal Medicine found that seniors with adequate vitamin D levels were 25% stronger than those who were deficient. These individuals not only had better muscle tone, but also showed sharper balance, quicker reflexes, and stronger coordination, all vital for avoiding falls and injuries. Interestingly, those known as Vuitard superagers, people who remain physically robust well into their 80s, share a common trait: consistently high vitamin D levels, often above 40 ml. Unfortunately, many seniors test below 20 NGS/CNL, a level widely acknowledged as insufficient. So how do you bring your vitamin D into the optimal range? While the sun is a natural source, aging skin produces significantly less, up to 50% less than in younger years. As a result, most older adults require supplementation. The standard recommendation of 600 IU per day is rarely enough. Research suggests that somewhere between 2,000 and 4,000 IU daily is often necessary, though this should always be confirmed by a blood test. You can also increase your intake through diet. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products are all rich in vitamin D. Aim for 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun exposure when possible to boost natural production. Elevating your vitamin D levels is one of the simplest and most impactful steps you can take for long-term strength and stability. Ask your healthcare provider for a 25-hydroxyvitamin D test and aim to get your levels comfortably above 40 ng/CNL for optimal muscle protection and vitality. Here are 3 science-backed practices that reveal how some individuals in their 80s retain the vitality and muscle function often seen in those decades younger. Start today with the habit that feels most natural to you. Then gradually incorporate the others into your routine. The decisions you make now will profoundly impact your future mobility and resilience. We'd love to hear from you. Which of these practices have you already made part of your lifestyle? And which one surprised you the most? Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. If you're passionate about staying strong and healthy as you age, make sure to subscribe. We share practical tips and inspiring stories every week to keep you motivated and informed. Your voice matters here, and we truly appreciate your presence on this journey with us.